Hi guys, it's Xenia. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is finally the video that I was supposed to make like a couple weeks before, but as you all know, if you watched my previous video, I had Miss Rona, so it was a little step back for a couple weeks. So finally, I'm doing the perfumes that I got for Christmas video. I wanted to do this video literally the day of Christmas, but unfortunately, that ended up being the day that I tested positive. So I know that this is a couple weeks late, but I hope you guys will still enjoy it. I'm so excited to start wearing these perfumes. These were all like on my perfume wish list. So I'm very, very grateful to my family, to my husband. Before we get into this video, please make sure that you are subscribed and turn your post notifications on. And if you want to see what perfumes I got for Christmas, then just keep watching. Okay, so I think this first perfume might kind of shock a few of you. I don't know what happened to me for the longest time. I did like this type of perfume. I never thought I would actually buy it. This is the most expensive perfume that I have in my entire collection. I got this perfume for Christmas from my husband and I love it. I haven't really talked that highly about this perfume in the past, but lately I had gone into Saks Fifth Avenue so many times within the past like month, and I kept smelling this perfume and I was like, I actually really like it, and I have so many of its dupes, but I kept actually wearing the OG. I would go into the store and spray it, and I would love it, and I would get tons of compliments. I finally own Baccarat Rouge 540, you know, the one and only. I feel like I mentioned this in just about every single YouTube video. This perfume is just... it's a classic. It's very much overdone at this point because when it came out, it was literally like a unicorn of a perfume. It was so unique, so out there, so just not done before that I feel like companies just like latched onto that, and then every company came out with dupes of it. For example, Cloud from Ariana Grande, which is probably like one of the most well-known dupes. Then there's a ton of like dupe companies that have duped it. The list goes on and on and on. It's literally endless, but that's just because this is so sought after, like this type of scent profile. Now this is a very polarizing scent because it's so unique. It's not going to necessarily appeal to everyone, although I do feel like the people that like this like absolutely love it, and it's like a staple. It's a lot of people's like signature scents, and although it is polarizing, it's also super, super, super complimented. This is the perfume that I have lately been wearing non-stop. Actually, as soon as I tested negative, which I tested negative on Monday, so it's been like 5 days. It is Friday today, and I have worn this perfume every single day from the moment that I tested negative. I'm like really weird where I don't like wearing perfumes, especially if it's like a new perfume. I don't like to wear it like when I'm sick, because then every time I wear it, it'll like remind me of that time. So I didn't want to touch it until I was like good. So here is what Baccarat Rouge looks like. I don't even know why I'm showing this because I'm sure everyone and their mothers probably already knows what this looks like. I've made a decent dent into this because I've just, like I said, I've been wearing this non-stop for like the past week. Now that I finally have this and I can finally like smell it side by side to Cloud, for example, I do think that they are different. Obviously they're in the same family. They both have like that really unique ozonic scent to them, but this one is so much more amplified. This is such a warm, inviting scent, super sweet. It literally lasts on my clothes, even on my skin, for days. Hands down, one of the most long-lasting perfumes that I have in my collection, which I would hope for a perfume that is this expensive, but you know that's not always the case. You don't always get longevity even when you are paying a higher price. This is incredible, and yes, I do own a ton of dupes for this, and yes, they are very close, but I think now having the OG, none of them really can compare to the quality of this, and I can only really say that now that I have it. Now, if you are smelling like Cloud, will people mistake that it's this? Probably, because they're in the same family, and if you're not like a super huge perfume addict like I am, then you probably wouldn't really tell that big of a difference. But being somebody like me and as obsessed as I am with perfumes, I can definitely notice a lot of little differences in both. This one has top notes of saffron, jasmine, middle notes of amberwood and ambergris, and base notes of fir resin and cedar. Based off of the notes, you would probably think of this being like a woody, maybe tiny bit floral scent, but to me this is like kind of woody. It's very ozonic, very weird, but it's super sweet, and I think that's something that these notes don't really portray that well. This one has a little bit of, I don't want to say freshness to it, but it has like a little bit of like an airiness to it, whereas Cloud I feel like is a little bit more juvenile. Like the sweetness is like a little bit more pronounced, even though this is super sweet as well. In Cloud it's a lot thicker and more dense, more like syrupy, whereas in this one it's a little bit more vibrant, I guess, more airy. This just smells like money. It smells rich, and it cost a pretty penny, so I would expect that out of something that is this expensive. I don't think I could ever go without this perfume. As much as before I would say, oh, I don't really need that, I have so many of its dupes. But owning this now, finally, all I want to do now is just spray this perfume. Another thing about it is that although it is very strong, very potent, has amazing sillage and projection and all of that, it is a really good mixing perfume. I actually found a really good mixture with this perfume and another perfume that I'm going to have in this video. Even though it's an eau de parfum, it's not like an extract or anything. When you spray this out, you'll see like oil running down, and I think that has a lot to do with why this perfume lasts. It has like a really intense oil concentration. Even though it is only an eau de parfum, I think it performs like it is an extrait de parfum. That is the infamous Baccarat Rouge 540. Alright, the next perfume that I got. So this is the perfume that I just said I thought paired really well with Baccarat Rouge. So this right here is Gucci Bamboo. So I actually have 2 Gucci perfumes in this video to show you guys. I believe I only have like one other Gucci perfume in my collection, I think, which is Gucci Guilty. Other than that, I don't really own that many Gucci perfumes, and that's simply because I feel like Gucci scents are a little bit on the floral side. A lot of them are really sweet as well, but they're a little bit more floral for my taste and just a little bit more mature than I would like. But the ones that I have are like the ones that I really love from Gucci, and this one included. So this one is another one that's like really talked about, I feel like, and it has a lot of hype around it. Very like much of a complimented scent. Before I bought this scent, I thought that it was called Gucci Bamboo because it had like a bamboo note in it or something, and even the cap is like, it looks like bamboo, but it's actually, it has nothing, the perfume itself has nothing to do with bamboo. I think it's just due to the fact that some of their handbags are made out of bamboo, something like that, and so that they just kind of gave it that name to kind of like pay homage to their handbags. This is a beautiful scent. This is a very easy to wear everyday type of scent. It's unique enough where I think it could be signature worthy, so it's not like going to be your boring fresh scent. It has a freshness to it, but there's a lot more. It's almost like a little bit tart and very sweet at the same time. Gucci Bamboo has top notes of bergamot, middle notes of Casablanca lily, ylang ylang, orange blossom, and base notes of sandalwood, Tahitian vanilla, and amber. So this perfume I feel like has a little bit of everything. It has like a little bit of like that freshness, tartness, kind of like citrus opening, and it's actually really potent. Like that opening of that bergamot, you can clearly smell when you first spray this out. It's like this burst of bergamot, but then it sweetens up almost immediately. You get like the ylang ylang, the orange blossom, which gives it like that sweet and floral kind of mixture, and then you do get the base notes. It has like a vanilla sweet sort of feel. Like it almost has like a creamy element to it, and then the sandalwood kind of gives it like more of like a woody kind of sexy vibe. I think a lot of fresh scents kind of sometimes lack that like complexity, the uniqueness, you know, they're kind of like boring in a way, and this is definitely not. It's feminine, it's sexy, but it's not like provocative, raunchy sexy. This is like, you know, just a sexy woman. She's confident, she knows herself, that kind of sexy. Like you could just wear this every single day and people will like recognize you by the scent because it stands out, but at the same time not giving people a headache, and it's very much a crowd pleaser. It's a very transparent scent, but there's also like a warmth to it at the same time. This is definitely, I think, a really safe blind buy. Oh, Smells so good. There's something in here for everybody that everybody can enjoy. It's all around just a really, 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 really pretty and feminine scent in my opinion. So this will definitely be like a staple in my collection. I absolutely love this. So that is Gucci Bamboo. Okay, next up, I'm gonna get through the other Gucci scent that I have. This is the scent that Miley Cyrus is like all over. She is in like all of the commercials for this scent, and this is the brand new Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia. I wasn't really familiar with the scent, so I thought that it was just like a new Gucci scent. Now come to find out, I believe they like reformulated it, redid it, redid the packaging and everything for this. So there was like an old Gorgeous Gardenia Gucci Flora, and then this is like the new version that they just came out with in 2021. I don't really know too much more about that. I was just reading a couple reviews of people that were saying like they didn't like this scent because it wasn't as good as the original, something like that. Based off of the name, if you watched any of my videos, probably one of my most hated notes ever is Gardenia. I hate Gardenia notes like with everything in me. I think it is like one of the most mature smelling florals. It has ruined a lot of perfumes for me, so that's why I never thought I would ever gravitate towards this. But I was at Ulta. I loved the packaging of this. I've actually heard some people say that the packaging reminds them of potpourri, which I do get, but at the same time I really like it. Like, I don't know, I mean, I get the potpourri aspect, I definitely do, but it also just looks really like vintage and pretty to me. I was not expecting this to smell like what it smells like, especially based off of a name like Gorgeous Gardenia. This does not, to me at least, smell one bit like Gardenia. Now, this is a perfect dupe for a new scent that I have discovered that I absolutely love from Zara. And it's actually like crazy because the packaging is very similar with this pink. But as soon as I smelled this, it reminded me of Tuberose from Zara. And Tuberose is one of my absolute favorite scents from Zara. Oh, it's such a beautiful scent. It's sweet. It's a little bit musky, but like musky in the best way possible because I normally don't like heavy musky scents. It's just so beautiful. It's kind of like fresh. It's a little bit tart. It's so complex and it has a little bit of everything in it, and it just smells so incredible. And the first thing I thought of when I smelled this scent was Zara Tuberose. So if you have Zara Tuberose and you like it, then odds are you're probably going to really love Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia. My husband actually got this for me and we picked it out together and he loved it. Like, he picked it out for me and I sprayed it out and he was like, that smells amazing. I don't even think that this smells floral. I don't think this smells floral at all, which is so strange. So this was definitely not supposed to happen. I'm filming this on a completely different day, and that is because that video was supposed to go up 2 days ago when I filmed it, but halfway through the video my mic just decided to stop recording, which has never happened to me. If anything, I've just forgotten to turn the mic on and then like the video just has no audio, but I've never had my mic just spontaneously turn off on its own. I don't know if maybe I like accidentally clicked something during me filming. I don't know, but it basically turned off. There's no audio for the second half of the video, and I didn't have time yesterday to film, so unfortunately this video is a couple days late. But anyways, with all that being said, I'm just gonna kind of pick up where I left off. So I was basically talking about the Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia perfume. As I said, to me this does not smell floral at all. The top notes are pear blossom, it has middle notes of gardenia and jasmine, and base notes of brown sugar and patchouli. I do think that that brown sugar does play a pretty big role in here, but in a really good way. It kind of gives this like a sweetness. This is very musky to me. It's a really, really good musk though. There is patchouli and it's kind of giving it like a little hint of like a little bit of like this earthiness to it, but it's not really like in your face patchouli. I do get the jasmine in here, which I absolutely love. This gives me Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy vibes, which is so strange, but this is like more grown up, whereas Viva La Juicy is more so like girly girl, like teenager, you know, in that kind of like age realm. This one's more she's a little bit more grown. She has maybe like an office job or something like that, but she doesn't take herself too seriously at the same time. This is very much like, I feel like, an everyday type of scent where you could wear this to an office, or you could wear it out. You could wear it out to dinner or whatever. It's a very versatile scent. You're not going to bother people if you are in an office setting with this, but it is also strong enough and complex and unique enough where you can wear it like out to dinner, and it's sexy and it's pretty. Coming from somebody that likes sweet scents in general, like sweet florals, fruity scents, like vanillas, that scent is like right up my alley. I think if you really like Viva La Juicy-esque type scents, but you're looking maybe for something a little bit more grown up, that is a really good go-to. So that is Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia. So I'm going to save the best for last. So the next one that I'm going to talk about is this right here. So this perfume, I have had my eye on this for the longest time. I've always seen this at Dillard's. They have like a little Narciso stand of a bunch of their perfumes, but I've kind of been afraid to dabble into this brand because I had a really bad experience with another Narciso perfume that I tried out, and from what I've heard, the Narciso range is like, they're more mature perfumes. They're like sexy mature, and they're very like unique. They're very floral heavy, very musky, and so if you like that type of scent profile, you probably really would love this house. But that's kind of hit or miss with me, and I had a really bad experience with my first ever Narciso scent that I tried out, which was the Narciso For Her, the one in the pink bottle. It was like a really vintage, mature rose, heavy rose type of scent, and I just did not like it one bit. It was in my most hated perfumes video. Now, this specific scent I've heard talked about from Mila LeBlanc, which I watch here on YouTube, and she has included this in like a my most complimented perfumes video, and she has said that people have literally like chased her down to ask her what she's wearing when she has worn this scent. So that's what like really kind of piqued my curiosity, and I went and smelled this. I smelled the tester and I loved it. This is boss vibes, like all the way. You got a lot of money. You have a freaking Lamborghini parked outside your house. Like, oh my god, this smells like rich vibes. It smells so grown in the best way possible. It is very musky, but there is like a sweetness to it. It's fresh, but there is like a thickness to it as well. I don't know how to explain it. It's very complex. It's very well curated. To me, this smells very like, almost like it could be like a niche scent. This has top notes of Gardenia once again. In this one, I can smell it a little bit more than I do in the Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia, but it's nicely combined with the other notes, like the musk and then all of the woody notes that are in here, where it's not like the main thing that I smell. And then it has white rose, it has middle notes of musk, and that musk is definitely heavy in here, but it's a good type of musk, very expensive smelling musk, that type of thing. And then it has base notes of cedar, white cedar extract, and vetiver. So you're ending off on a really woody note. The vetiver gives it like a little bit of like an earthy quality to it, like it kind of grounds it a little bit. If I'm being completely honest, the first time that I smelled this scent, it smelled to me like Gucci Rush, and I don't think it smells like it anymore. I feel like there was like a tiny little hint in here that kind of reminds me of this. This gives me like going to like a really expensive spa and they're putting like a $300 lotion on you or something. It just smells like high-end products. I will say, if you do not like overly musky scents, maybe go and try this out first. I don't think that this is the safest blind buy ever, although at the same time I feel like it is pretty appealing. It's just really complex, and I do feel like there is notes that could be considered a little like sharp for some people. So definitely, if you don't love musky scents, maybe smell this one first before you go and blind buy it. Like I said, they had testers at Dillard's of this, so maybe go smell this. It's definitely a clean perfume overall, but it has like this creaminess to it. I don't really know where that is really coming from, but it's a very complex, clean scent with like a touch of sweetness. It's pretty floral, it's pretty musky, but it just smells really grown. So that is Narciso by Narciso Rodriguez. I think if you come across anybody's videos where they mention this scent, it's like nothing but positive things about this, and it seems to be one that just garners a lot of compliments. Okay, and then I had to save the best for last because this fragrance freaking blew me away. And I feel like lately, ever since I bought it, I've been seeing so many people do videos on it. Like, I'm seeing video after video after video talking about this scent and how good it is. This is a flanker of the original, but I love this way more than the original. So this is the Dolce & Gabbana The Only One Eau de Parfum Intense version. I do have the original right here, and if you are looking to buy this one, definitely make sure that you get the one that says Intense right here, because the packaging for both is like all black and it looks exactly the same apart from like this little thing. So make sure you read that it says Intense before you buy it. Although this is the original and this is the flanker, they could not be any more different. There's a specific reason for why I like this scent. First of all, I really love this bottle. It's just giving sexy vibes. Definitely a criteria when I look for perfumes for me is like sexiness. I love wearing scents that just exude feminine energy, like super sexy, and this has got to take like #1 place in my entire collection as the sexiest perfume that I own. Dolce & Gabbana The Only One Intense is very similar but also kind of different, but it shares very similar qualities and it has kind of like a similar DNA as one of my all-time favorite perfumes, one of my signature scents, which is Alien by Thierry Mugler. Obviously, I'm like obsessed with Alien, and this, it definitely has that alien-like quality about it. You can definitely smell it. But I think even if you are a hater of Alien, this one is different enough where this is just gonna like blow you away. And actually, I feel like for some people where you didn't like Alien because of like a specific reason, you might like this one just because I feel like this one has some of the qualities that Alien might lack for some of you that don't like it. Now, I love everything about Alien, but this one is so much more. This one is creamy, and that is because this has a really distinct coconut in here. It's not a beachy coconut. Like, this does not give off beachy vibes whatsoever. It's like a really deep, sensual, dark, intoxicating, enchanting coconut that just kind of adds like this creaminess to it. It really rounds it up, and it just gives it like this super sensual quality about it. Basically, the way that I kind of discovered this scent is actually because I was looking into the Armani Privé by Giorgio Armani Rouge Malachite. So that's been a scent that is definitely on my wish list, and I do think that I will eventually buy it, but it's a very expensive perfume, definitely like over $300, and I've always really wanted to try out that scent because it is another one that is compared to Alien, but people say that it's like a more expensive smelling Alien, and I don't even know how Alien can smell more expensive because Alien is just so unique to me and so incredible already. So the way that people describe it has always made me want to eventually buy it. But I came across this one because I was looking into the Rouge Malachite on Fragrantica, and this is like the top perfume that it is a dupe of. I don't want to say a dupe of, but it's like compared to it a lot. I'm really happy to own this one in the meantime. This one has top notes of neroli, green apple, Italian mandarin, middle notes of jasmine, coconut, orange blossom, and base notes of vanilla, cashmere wood, and cedar. This has like some of the most sexy, enchanting, intoxicating notes I think ever. I just feel like vanilla and like woody notes together come across as like super sexy. And then as you can tell, it has jasmine, which is why it is really compared to Alien. And this one has the same type of jasmine that Alien has, but because of that coconut, it rounds it off. It's pretty thick, it's super long lasting, it has amazing projection, and it'll give you the most intoxicating scent trail ever. It kind of like has this little bright burst when you first spray this out, like the green apple kind of comes in, the Italian mandarin, but you get the middle notes right away. You get it like settled down to that woody vanilla, and it's just game over. Like, it's just game over. If you're going on a first date, you want to impress somebody, this is the scent to wear. I'm telling you, I'm not steering you wrong with this one. This is a must. This is a need. If you are somebody that likes sexy scents, this is it. And as far as it compared to the original, literally these, I don't even know why they are flankers of one another, because they're not even in the same realm of fragrances. Like, they're two completely different scents. The only one, this one is like very much in the same category as like Black Opium, La Vie est Belle, that kind of scent. Although I will say, I do prefer this to both. Like, this is very sweet and very sexy as well, but this one's a little bit more tame, whereas this one is like, raunchy, provocative, in your face, delicious. When you search up a perfume on Fragrantica, obviously there's so many people reviewing it and people have different tastes, so you're gonna get like a variety of people that like a scent and then people that don't like that scent. But with this one, I feel like if you go onto Fragrantica and you read the reviews, it's like almost 90% positive comments and like maybe a few here and there that don't really like it. But even the ones that say they don't really like it, it's not like, oh my god, I hate this scent, it's absolutely disgusting. It's just like specific things that they don't like. But I feel like it's just really rare for a perfume to be loved by a lot of people, and this does it. So that is Dolce & Gabbana The Only One Intense. So that is it for this video. I can't believe I'm having to refilm this part. This video should have gone up literally 2 days ago, but I feel like when it comes to me, nothing ever goes as planned, but that's okay. Better late than never. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know which of these scents are in your collection that you love to wear. Let me know if you hate any of these scents, but I hope I gave you some really good recommendations. I think I discovered some of like my staples, like Baccarat, the Dolce & Gabbana one, honestly the Narciso as well, the Gucci. I love all of them. Let me know any other perfume recommendations that I should try out, but that is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!